What's going on, everyone? Jack here from Half Chrome, and this is the Veenix V11 Mini 4K, and it is a sub 250 gram drone, and that's important because that means this drone isn't subject to remote ID, and you don't have to register it with the FAA. It is a folding drone, folds up nice and compact, and it fits right into this nifty little carrying case. The one I got is a 3 battery package, and each battery gives me up to 32 minutes of flight time, so that's almost an hour and a half of flying. Plus, this guy's a range of 20,000 feet, that's like 3.8 miles. It has a 4K camera on a 3-axis gimbal, so this is a pretty solid drone on paper. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. I'm going to tell you about the flight modes, the return to home, and just kind of how this thing operates, and you can decide if it's something you want to invest in. So I want to dive into some of the different flight modes, and there's a handful of them, as you can see up here on the screen, and I'm going to walk you through how some of them work. And you can see that I'm actually screen recording here, so this is what it looks like on your phone screen. I'm going to start with the image follow. Right, there are two follows, image follow and GPS follow. So image follow, you basically draw a box around a subject, and then the drone will follow the subject. Now, it's not incredibly responsive. You can kind of see it kind of takes it a minute, but it's doing a decent job of following me around. But you can also probably tell that the drone isn't flying. It's just tracking me from one position. So it's kind of like a tripod mode. If you want it to actually follow you, right, follow you, you're going to want to use the GPS mode. You can see, boom, it lost me there. So you cannot move too quickly. I wasn't running or anything, but it lost me, and you can go back and do it again. And yeah, same process. I'm going to go ahead and skip to the GPS follow now. Now, this is a little bit different. Kind of get the drone in the position that you want, right? And then you can go from there. Now, you can really kind of control the various parameters of this thing. You can control the height of it. I can kind of control the gimbal, and then it will just follow me, which is what it's doing. You don't have full autonomy to move it around. The minute you kind of bump the sticks the wrong way, it's going to exit GPS file like it did there. Like I was trying to see, could I move the drone left or right? And the answer to that is no, right? So I really just have altitude control of the drone. If I try to fly it into position, it will bump it out of GPS follow. So if you want to do, a really nice follow, you really have to set it up prior to taking off. Now here is a surround, which is basically an orbit. You can kind of set the parameters ahead of time, right? It's just kind of spinning to set up, and then slowly it will do the orbit. So it works a little bit differently than some others. I really like kind of like the select your subject orbit. This is just kind of seems like a pan in a circle. So that's that. I'm going to move on to camera quality and talk a little bit more about the specs. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to tell you about return to home. Now, it kind of works. I shouldn't say it kind of works. It does work, but it's not incredibly accurate. So when I had this thing return home, it returned home, but it was probably off by 6 or 7 feet, which made a big difference because it actually wanted to land inside of some trees there, which is obviously not great. We do also have a digital zoom, not an optical zoom, right? So it just kind of zooms in digitally, which is fine, but not the greatest in terms of quality. You want an optical zoom for that, but digital zoom works if you need to kind of check out a subject a little bit more. So here I have it up on a pretty nice fall day. You can see the color in the trees, the red, the yellows, the greens, the oranges. This camera does a nice job. I do really like that it has a full 3-axis gimbal. Don't buy something with a 2-axis gimbal or not a gimbal. Make sure you have a full 3-axis gimbal, and this is really nice. This is 4K 30 here. That's what I'm shooting in, and it does a pretty solid job for being such a little drone. It is a more than respectable
option for you. Now, is this a high quality professional drone? No, I don't think so, right? The orange and blue propellers told you that it wasn't, but it is a nice drone and something you can certainly learn and start on.
So it is nice that there are more and more options out there with full 3-axis gimbals, mini drones, drones that just do a decent job. Now, is this the best one you can get? No, but it's an option, and options are getting harder to come by these days. So ultimately, you decide what you think is best for you. Is this going to fit the bill for you? Only you'll know that answer. Hey, thanks for watching. Good luck, everyone, and happy flying.